A massive fire that burned 7 high-rise residential buildings in the New Territories area of northern Hong Kong has claimed at least 128 lives. The Hong Kong government has declared 3 days of mourning for the victims starting on the 29th. At condolence tables set up in various locations, citizens began visiting from early morning to offer messages of sympathy. Open black lens bracket photo close black lens bracket The high-rise buildings were under repair, surrounded by scaffolding made from bundled bamboo. Could a similar tower mansion fire happen in Japan? Fire prevention measures in high-rise buildings. Shortly before 9 a.m. that day, around 10 people had already lined up at the condolence table near Causeway Bay, a busy commercial district. In the condolence notebook, people wrote messages such as, "I hope the victims are treated with care as soon as possible, and that the hearts of the survivors can heal." A woman in her 20s who lives nearby said she had recently lost a relative to illness, adding with a trembling voice, "It was so hard to accept. I wanted to show even a little support to those who lost family members in the fire." During the mourning period, both the national flag of China and the Hong Kong flag will be flown at half-mast. Hong Kong Chief Executive John Lee held a 3-minute silent prayer with government staff in front of the government headquarters that morning. According to the Hong Kong authorities, as of the night of the 28th, the death toll from the fire had reached 128. Of those, the identities of 89 victims have not yet been confirmed, and 16 bodies remain inside the buildings. Of the 467 reports of missing people received by the authorities, the whereabouts of about 200 remain unknown. Officials say they cannot rule out the possibility that more bodies will be found inside the buildings. Reported from Hong Kong by Minoru Satomi. On the 26th, a large-scale fire broke out at Wong Fuk Court, a high-rise apartment complex in the Tai Po district. By the 28th, 128 deaths had been confirmed. Authorities announced that the fire originated near the protective netting around the scaffolding, but the cause is still being investigated. At the time of the fire, the building was undergoing repair work and was covered with protective netting, which experts suggest may have accelerated the spread of the flames. Residents affected by the disaster have been evacuated to nearby facilities. Among the confirmed victims was a 37-year-old local firefighter who was scheduled to be married next month. The victims whose identities are still being verified include young children as well, leaving all of Hong Kong in deep sorrow over the tragic blaze. He was about to marry his partner of 10 years. According to Hong Kong media reports, the firefighter's name was Ho Wai Ho. He arrived at the scene shortly after 3 p.m., right after the fire broke out, and immediately began rescue operations. However, communication with his colleagues was lost around 3:30 p.m. He was later found collapsed with severe burns to his face. He was taken to the hospital, but was pronounced dead at around 4:45 p.m. He was one of the 12 initial victims announced. Mr. Ho had previously worked with the airport special police before becoming a firefighter 9 years ago. He had been in a relationship with his girlfriend for 10 years, and his social media accounts included photos of them dining together and pictures of him lifting her up while wearing his firefighter uniform. He had posted messages showing his excitement for their wedding, saying, "I want to say it 100 times, I love you. Let's continue living happily with smiles." His girlfriend wrote on social media after receiving the heartbreaking news, "My superhero has completed his mission and returned to Krypton. You are my pride, but I cannot accept this. I want to hold your hand one more time." The homepage of the Hong Kong Fire Services Department was changed to monochrome in honor of Mr. Ho. Government agencies, media outlets, and companies across Hong Kong have expressed their condolences, and many events have been cancelled. Authorities will continue searching for the roughly 200 people still unaccounted for, as well as investigate the cause of the fire.